Hey, this is Toe2 Bravo, and we're going to do a video tonight on something that I've wanted to do for quite some time. And because I've waited too long to do it, I found myself in a situation with probably what a lot of you guys experience, supply chain issues, right? So what I wanted to do was I wanted to get one of those kit Flintlocks from Traditions or Lyman's or some one of the companies like that. I keep getting a red reflection off my reload equipment right here. I got a light on and up, trying to create a little more light. Let's switch that up real quick. Give me one moment. How's that? Is that a little better? Yeah, I think that's a little more user friendly. So I looked all around. Couldn't find anything that was available. Stuff that I did find was incredibly expensive. It was just nuts. So I ended up getting one of those Traditions Flintlock synthetic stock ready packs. Comes with everything you need to get started, right? Here behind me on the wall, well, there's the Flintlock. But let's cover what came with it first before we go anywhere else. So you get this powder measure distributor thingamajigger. I got a lot to learn, right? You put your 2F powder in here. The powder that goes down your barrel goes into here, and it also came with this handy dandy measuring tube, which has different grains marked on there. So I guess we're going to put the powder in here, the 2F for the barrel. We're going to put it into here, and based on the instructions, my load should be somewhere between 50 and 110 grains of powder. So we'll put that in here like that, and then we'll take this and pour it down the barrel. Follow that with some rounds. And this ready pack kit came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 rounds. Came in the ready pack. They're hollow point. I think these are 275 grain hollow points. So I mean, they came in the pack. We'll shoot them. It's not really what I want to hunt with ultimately, but we'll give it a shot, and we'll shoot these against some of the other rounds that I have, and see which ones shoot best. Came with some patches, some speed loaders. Hold your powder and your round in here. And it came with these. I put these 3 pieces of equipment on a string so I can have them together. But we've got a round starter here. So I know I'm not using the proper nomenclature. I've got to learn all that. I've not been a flintlock shooter, hunter, or enthusiast, but I certainly want to move in that particular direction. So it's going to take some time, but I know that we start the round with this end here, and then put it in a couple inches, and then follow it up with the ramrod. We have for the pan powder. We have this little spring-loaded contraption here. I'm sure I'm going to get all kinds of comments if anybody watches this video. But anyways, you fill this up with pan powder, your 4F, and use as little pan powder as it takes to be to achieve consistent ignition is what I've learned. You don't want to use too much. And then I haven't quite figured out what this is for yet. I thought this might have been, this looks like a percussion cap picker, but this isn't a percussion cap rifle, right? It's flintlock, so maybe this was to clean the ignition hole between the pan and the inside of the barrel. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm not 100% what the hell this is for. I can look it up, I guess. We could do that. Let's look it up. Let's take our instruction manual, which I did in fact read to some extent. For some of the nomenclature, the frizzen and the hammer, the priming pan. Oh, touch hole. That's what it is. I didn't know if this was a pick for the touch hole, but let's see if it says anything in here. I don't recall it being in here, but let's not be lazy. Let's check it out. The awkward silence of it all. Alright, does not cover that. You guys that is familiar with all the tools that come along, maybe you guys can tell me if this is for the touch hole to clear it and perhaps prime it. I don't know, but we got that. So that covers all of the things that we got with the kit as far as accessories. I did have to go out and purchase some flint from another company, so I ended up getting English flints because just like the guns and the kits, flints are difficult to find too. So I got, what did I get here? I got 6 flints. They're English flints, and they're 5/8 because I believe. And they're 5/8 because that's what the manual told me I needed to be shooting. And I got a little piece of leather there to wrap and hold the flints in the hammer. So that covers all the accessories that we have here. Now let's take a look at the flintlock itself. Have it hanging on the wall there. I started drinking this new coffee from a company called Stocking Mill Coffee Company. You should check them out if you're a coffee enthusiast like I am. They have fantastic coffee, fresh, fantastic taste, smells amazing. Anyways, I got a couple stickers from those folks when I ordered a couple pounds of coffee, so it may look cheesy, but what the hell. I mean, it's already a cheesy looking black powder. I think this one says smoking musket, and then this one on this side says wig splitter, and I think this is high caffeinated wig splitter. So I put those on there. It's already as ugly as hell. Now, my goal is, we'll give you guys a quick drive-by. My brain's going faster than my mouth. So there's our drive-by of our flintlock right there. So my intent, or my desire, is I haven't shot these a lot, that's for sure. So what I'd really like to do at the price point of this is, my ultimate goal is to harvest a deer with this in the 2022 season. I believe Pennsylvania has 3 weeks of flintlock available, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a long time to be out in the woods. So I wanted to have that opportunity. So here it is. But my intent is to, 1, take a deer. 2 is to get this to shoot reliable. And you know, I've gone watched and tried to educate myself on some of the things that I need to be aware of in order for this to shoot well. 1 is obviously good flint, and I think with these English flints, they seem to come highly regarded. So I've got good quality flint on here. It's held in place by a good piece of leather, which is, from what I understand, the preferred method over lead, but you can certainly correct me if I'm wrong. And you want a good, solid, sharp edge here that's going to come in contact with the frizzen at the earliest point and create enough spark to go down into the ignition pan down here, and then obviously ignite the powder that's in the barrel. So that's what we're aiming for. Good solid contact on the frizzen, creating enough spark that goes down into the pan and ignites the round off. I haven't quite got this all dialed in the way I think I want it, but I mean, we are making some decent spark there, or so it seems. It's looked like pretty good spark. So but the key is not too much powder in the pan, just enough to where you get consistent ignition. So that's something I'll have to sort out. I've got a long way to go, a lot to sort out at the range, but I'm excited to do it, and I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. I think it'll be fun. If I can get this cheap flintlock to shoot well, to shoot consistent, and I can get accurate with it. Maybe at some point I can find one of the Traditions wood stocks, because that's really what I wanted. That was my preference, but I couldn't find any in my area. That's the direction I'd like to go. Something that I've done to this already, besides put silly stickers on it, is this stock is this is hollow back here. This stock here is completely hollow, so it was really off balance. You know, when I first got it and I held it like this, you know, the front end went down because there's nothing back here. So what I did was I took this butt pad off back here, and I went and got some unscented kitty litter, and I filled this up with kitty litter, and now it's a little heavier, obviously, but I have a much better balanced rifle, in my opinion. You know, and I think that would help with any kind of recoil coming back, having that in there. If nothing else, psychologically, it feels a lot better for me. So we did that. The sights are the fiber optic cheapy sights there, but you know, I kind of like them as long as they hold up and they're accurate. I got no problem with them. I don't abuse none of my stuff, so that should hold up. The ramrod, now that's probably the weakest point of these Traditions cheaper rifles, is these ramrods here. Now I've taken and taped this thing up a couple places. Number one, to make it a lot more stable while it's in the, you know, connected to the rifle here. It's not rattling around. And also I put some black electrical tape on various places to kind of beef up the rod a little bit so we don't have a failure. I'm going to see how far I can get with this, but I would like to have something a little more substantial than this plastic ramrod here, but we'll see how far we can get. We'll see what our mileage is with it. Maybe we can get it to go and maybe we can get this whole thing to function and work well, and we'll take a deer with it, and that'll be that. That'll be kind of cool. But it's a long road. We're at the very beginning, initial stages of this flintlock rifle. If it works well and it's something that I enjoy, maybe we could at some point go up to a higher quality flintlock and move forward from there. You know, I do like a challenge, but it'll be nice to, if we can, harvest the deer with this. So the next video on this series obviously is going to be going out to the range with this, and you know, getting our initial shots in and seeing how it performs as it came to us right out of the Traditions package there. So that'll be interesting. Unfortunately, we're waiting on the barrel powder as we speak. We couldn't get any black powder. What I mean by that is the 2F powders, because everywhere that did have it in stock wanted us to buy, wanted you to buy like 5 pounds before they would ship it, and 5 pounds is quite a bit of powder, and I don't even know if I'm going to enjoy this enough to invest that kind of money into 5 pounds of powder. So the only powder we could find that we could get shipped in a 1 pound format was the Pyrex, I believe, RS, which is a substitute black powder. The reviews were mixed, a lot of positive reviews, but that's the direction we're going to go with first as far as the powder for the barrel. And we were able to reach out to a friend because we couldn't find any 4F powder either. Nothing local and nothing for sale. Bad time to pick up black powder as a hobby, right? But we were able to get a couple ounces of the 4F powder, and from what he tells me, this little container should last me some time. So I'm very happy with that. So we've got our 4F powder. We're just waiting on the powder for our barrel, and I believe the Pyrex RS is the equivalent to 2F black powder. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna go down that road, and we're gonna go on that adventure for ourselves, and we'll certainly at some point be able to get some real black powder, and we'll be able to compare the two to see how it goes as far as ignition. Maybe we'll get some chronograph data together, and accuracy. I'm sure there's going to be some difference in accuracy also between those two powders. But that's the direction we're going to go. If we can get the RS powder to work good in here, and ignition and everything goes off in a good timely manner and it's accurate, maybe that's what we'll stick with. So I'm excited to get out to the range. I'm excited to start using this. I'm sure you guys, if anybody watches the video, can give me some information on a couple of the things that I did mention there and correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe give me some good advice on how to tune my flint in my hammer and where I should be hitting on my frizzen. It looks like with these couple shots that I've taken, like I just did earlier, to show you guys the spark, I'm looking for something to point with. It looks like on the frizzen I'm hitting about halfway down right now with the setup that I have. I don't know if I maybe need a longer piece of flint or maybe a thicker piece of leather, so I'm impacting and the frizzen a little higher up. I don't know, got a lot to sort out. So this is Toad 2 Bravo. I did want to share this with you guys, and I think the logical next step as far as videos for this is concerned is once I get everything, getting out to the range and bringing you guys along for the ride to see if it's a success or a failure. So this is Toad 2 Bravo. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, like. If you're new to the channel, if you're just breezing through, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. So that's enough yapping. Until I see you at the range, thanks for watching.